Hello everyone. So far we have been implementing this NSTextView, and then if we continue to work on this, we will find some other issues. Say for example, if I have a bullet point or checklist here, and then when I click backspace and then backspace again, as we use the characters hyphen and then space to perform it as checklists. These are two characters, so the general behavior of backspace is to remove the character one by one, like this. So instead of doing this, whenever I click backspace to this point, where these two characters should be representing the bullet point together. So the next backspace I click, I want the bullet point here to be removed. So in this case, we shall be overriding one another method in the NSTextView and check if this is at a particular position, and then it is having a bullet point, then I'm going to remove the two characters altogether. However, at this point, I don't know which method should I override. Basically, I want to take a look on what the other commands are available for us. The first way, of course, we can just go to the superclass of NSTextView to check what other methods are available. However, there may be too many methods here. Those methods are showing up in the documentation as well, so it is not that easy to find the one I really want. How about we go another route? If there is a way to print out every command that is support, then I can just pick the one showing up when I tap the backspace button. Actually, there is a callback method for this purpose, and this is within the protocol of NSTextView delegate. So let's try to implement this. First, I'm going to create an extension to the current class, myTextView, and then this will be implementing the NSTextView delegate. Here, there is a callback method, TextView do command by selector, where we can print out the command selector at this point, which belongs to the behavior or the method that the TextView supports by default. This method requires us to return a Boolean value. When we return true, that means we have some manual way in handling those commands. If we return false, it will go back to the normal life cycle, including the call to these different overriding methods. In this case, I'm just going to print out what the commands are, so I would just return false. That also means I'm not going to do anything with the commands at this point. While I'm setting it as delegate, of course I need to point the TextView.delegate to this object. We initiate or instantiate the TextView in our view controller, linking up to the storyboard, so we can do the setup of delegate in the view controller here, while we have the TextView linking as an IB outlet variable. We can simply do TextView.delegate equals to the TextView object itself. So now let me start running the application. So now if I start typing and then make a tab, which is one of the commands, it prints out as insert tab. If I move left or right the cursor, or it is up and down, it prints all the commands available as well. So now if I have a backspace, it shows that the related method is called delete backward. So basically what we could do now is to override this method, delete backward. So this is a quick way to find the commands that I'm going to override. Of course, in this case, I can implement or intercept the change within this overriding method, or do it in this do command by selector callback. In fact, I want to have a clean enough code, so overriding the method is making the code looking like better. So let's move on to work on the feature that we want. At this point, I'm going to implement the delete backward here, just like the other overriding methods. First, I want to check for the current line on its paragraph and range using the current selected range. And then for the current paragraph, I want to see whether it is a checklist using bullet point.isChecklist, just like before. If it has the bullet point there, we are going to see whether the current cursor is at the point just behind the bullet point. So say if the location of our current paragraph start index so say we want to set this location as the range of the current paragraph's start index, like this. But actually I want the location of this start index in terms of the whole text content. So what I could do is to make use of the text storage. This is representing the whole content. Take its string dot start index, where we expect this value to be 0 in terms of the whole content, and then measure the distance to our current paragraph start index. Then I can get the location of the starting of the paragraph in terms of the whole content. Why do I want to do this? Because I want to see whether this will be equals to the current selected range dot location minus 2, as we are having 2 characters as the bullet point. If these are at the same location, that means we are now having the selected range, our current cursor, just next to the bullet point. So I can replace the characters in range. The range should be covering the bullet point. So this would be a delete range with the location and length of 2. Just replace it with empty string so we can remove the bullet point of the current paragraph. Say I want to just remove the bullet point and keep the cursor on the current paragraph. I should stop this function here and return it. Otherwise, if the current paragraph is not a checklist and the current cursor is not next to the bullet point, I want to perform the original delete backward. So I'm going to call the super.delete backward method. Now let's try to run the application again. If I type the first bullet point, go to the second one, and continue typing, if I click backspace, it works just like normal. Backspace again, and backspace again. Now if I click backspace where I am having the cursor just next to the bullet point, it will remove the bullet point as 2 characters and keep the selected range on the current paragraph. If I click backspace again, it will remove the return line character and then back to the first paragraph here. As you can see, it keeps printing out the commands. So this is a way to use the callback method to show the current commands and also implement the delete backward method to delete the checkpoint, the bullet point accordingly. Let's talk more on how to use the TextView delegate methods in the next tutorial. See you.